You intend to empower girls through your campaign, Make Girls' Voices Count. Can you elaborate on how you can achieve your objective?
Okay, so Make Girls' Voices Count is a campaign, a digital action campaign where we seek to teach girls how to use their voices to make impact in their communities. And we also want to use, while we amplify their voices, we hope to mobilize community action towards the plight of the typical adolescent girl in Nigeria.
All right.
Yeah.
So with the many cultural barriers where girls are considered second citizens, how do you intend to make them begin to speak out about their rights?
Excellent. This is one of the things we're passionate about in Girls' Voices, because we believe that the girl's voice has been forced into silence over the years. Her voice has been put in the background. And so girls today believe that their voices really don't count. They're just supposed to take whatever comes their way. But we want to empower girls to actually begin to speak in public spaces and begin to look for avenues where their voices can count. How do we do that? We provide platforms for them to tell their stories. That's the basic point we start with, to make them to begin to see how powerful their stories can be, to inspire other girls around them, as well as mobilize community action, like we said, towards their plight, towards their everyday experiences. And then it will also mobilize policymakers, decision makers to actually begin to see those gaps that we've created, because the typical adolescent girl in Nigeria, we popularly say, is the missing population in Nigeria, because typically little girls are catered for when you talk about interventions towards children. Adults also and youths are covered in youth, but the adolescent girl is that, little gap where between 10 and 19, she's not really a child anymore, and she's not yet an adult per se, so she's lost in that, intervention in any development or government interventions or initiatives, targeted at today's youth.
All right. So moving on, what are some challenges you have encountered in the course of your campaign?
Basically, like everyone would say, funding is always a very huge challenge. But what we try to do is work with achievable projects. I mean, girls are everywhere. They're in our communities, they're in our homes, they're in our schools, they're in our churches, they're in our mosques, they're everywhere. So we work with girls right there in the communities that are closest to us and begin to put their voices out there. Social media is a very big tool that we can use to actually project girls' voices. So when we get these girls that are in our communities to start to tell their stories, we begin to put it out there. And we're using social media, like I said, we're using radio as well. We'll be doing radio shows to actually tell some of these girls' stories. And we hope that community is more sensitive about girls' situation, are actually making steps to be better committed towards girls in their environment.
All right. So finally, what advice do you have for Nigerians, especially men, about protecting the girl child? Yeah,
I think men are our huge target in terms of the fact that our men tend to leave childcare generally to women. And so when you look at it, there's a girl somewhere in a man's life. It's either his sister, it's either his daughter, it's either his mother, it's either his girlfriend, his wife, his whatever. There's a girl somewhere next to you. And really, until we have our men being more sensitive towards girls in their community, we would not be able to achieve social protection for the girl child. And how can you do it? There's not so much we ask, actually, from men. Just be sensitive. Don't look at a girl's situation and say, oh, she's not my sister, she's not my anything, I don't care what happens to her. There are many avenues. If she's exposed to violence, there are steps you can take to report those cases. If she's suffering challenges in terms of payment of fees for her education or something, those are little ways that people can help. And we encourage our men to actually take the bold step in that area, because we actually need male champions that we can put forward in terms of social protection of the girl child in Nigeria.
All right. So thank you for coming, and thank you for giving us an insight into your campaign, Make Girls' Voice Count. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.